If you're tired of setting big yearly goals only to forget them by February, it's okay. You're not actually the problem. The problem is that there is no structure and a feedback loop. Today, I am giving you a done for you template that you don't have to stress about because I have this framework that I use to design my year and it has really changed my life. And I've used this framework to create this year planner template that I am giving to you for free. So I wanted to go to the description right now and download the template so that we can plan our new year together. Okay, Dupe, what is this framework? The framework I'm using is Scrum and it is used mostly in the tech industry and I've just adopted it to my life. Scrum literally means, oh, this project is so complex. How are we going to achieve it? Okay, let us break it down little by little, smaller by smaller, and then we are going to pack a little bit and achieve them in a specific period called sprint. Basically, that is it. So I've designed a template in a way so that you can work in sprints and it's going to be 12-week sprint. Let's get into the interesting parts. The planner. Okay, guys, this is your yearly goal setting system, literally a sprint planner, and it is designed to help you stick to your goals and actually achieve them because there is a structure that you have to follow, and there is also some reflections that goes on around this whole period so that you can actually stick to achieving your goals. Next is your year goals. This is literally your master list. This is where you want to dump every single thing that you wish to achieve in the new year. This is where you want to write everything. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big. From your career goals to personal development to health to family, travel, what else? Spiritual, relationship, friendship, community building, all of those things. Put everything down on this page. So the next thing we are going to do is to actually sort all of these goals into different life categories. We all have different areas that are very peculiar to our lives. So you want to make sure that all your goals fall into a category so that you can easily see like a border view of your categories in one place. And I have family, personal, career, finance. I've left few boxes here where you can put whatever category you want to put in it. And all of these other categories too, you can actually change them, like you can customize them. This is going to be editable for you if you put it on Canva. So what I'm going to do now is to sort all the goals that are on my master list. So I've just filled in my family, personal health, business, and finance. I know I need to look at them very well and make sure that these goals are very achievable and they are specific, they are measurable, and they are very time bound. Basically, we are making sure we are setting smart goals. I'm able to do that, especially for my business goals and also finance, but for family and a lot of things are out of my control. Okay. And for personal ones, I can literally say, okay, let's say they go for next year is to lose like instead of move 150 to 180 days, let's say I want to lose like 5 kg next year. Okay, now that we have all of our life categories sorted out, the next thing you want to do is to actually move on to now create your quarterly goals. And this is where you start thinking in sprint because what we are doing is to make sure that we have just few goals that we are dealing with per quarter. So in a year, we have like 4 quarters and each quarter becomes our sprint. And each sprint, we are only dealing with 3 goals. And we'll make sure that those goals that we are putting in all these quarters, they are highly prioritized. So what you are going to do is to go into your life categories and decide which one do you actually need to focus on so that by the end of the year, you will be happy. You will be working on all other goals simultaneously too, except that for your deep work session, for the ones that when they say that what are you working on this month, the one that you are going to mention, they are the ones that are going to be highly prioritized. So I'm going to decide what I want to do in the first quarter. Publish 24 YouTube long form videos, and that is going to be 6 videos. Publish 6 videos in the quarter. Okay, so launch one flagship product is actually a course that I want to launch by the end of Q1. So and also get like 500 subscribers for my email list. So these are my top 3 prioritized goals for Q1. What I'm going to do next is to make sure that I have every other supporting goals around this. Those ones they do not require my deep focus, but I need to have them on my sprint goals so that I know what I am working with per quarter. I've written one for my health. Next one is for family. Three family outings. Finance. Okay, I'm just going to edit this out and say save 5K in word simple. And that button to save 3,000 per quarter. So this is actually the idea of creating like their quarterly goals. So okay, this has to be the same. They have to be here everywhere. When you're planning your quarterly goals, you actually do not need to fill all of the quarters at the same time. Okay, you can actually just decide on what you want to do in Q1 and move on with your life. So this is Q1 sprint. What you want to do with Q1 is to break your Q1 goals into 3 months because we have 3 months in a sprint, in a quarter. So decide on how you want to achieve those Q1 goals monthly. I have three main prioritized goals in my Q1, and that is publish 6 writer videos. So in sprint one, that means I need to publish 2 writer videos. I have to create lead magnets to get my email list. Yes, cop. I'm going to create lesson scripts for the course. We have all of these smaller goals that we need to work on. Okay, so per quarter, I have to lose 2 kg. I have to lose like 0.6 kg per month. The idea is to make it so granular, so it becomes so unreasonable not to achieve it. So create lesson scripts for the course here, and in the following month, I should actually film lessons. And by Q3, I should prepare to launch. I need to create content for awareness for lead magnets. You need to be sure of how many content I need to create. 5 content for awareness for lead magnets. The only thing left to add in month 3 is something related to my 500 email subscriber list. But I am leaving that out because whatever happens in month 1 and month 2 is going to determine what's going to happen in month 3. Truth is, you actually do not have to fill the rest of the month. Just focus on 1 month at a time. Now, after the whole quarter, you have to come down here and do reflections. It is very important. Reflection question is on the last page, and it is important to do your reflection before you move to next sprint. For my main goal 1, that is publish 2 YouTube videos in a month. So if I'm going to have that happen, that means I'm posting every other week. So publishing every other week, and I have that written out on week 2 and week 4. But there are a set of things that needs to happen before I can publish one video. So week 1 will undo all of that. So the goal for week 1 is going to have my video filmed. Now moving on to main goal 2, that is building my 500 email subscriber list. In month 1, the goal is to create lead magnet for email list. And my week 1 goal will be to design 1 lead magnet for email list. And for the third main goal, the plan is to create a lesson script for my course, my productivity course. And the week 1 goal will be to create module for the course. Now, at the end of month 1, again, it is important to do reflections. Reflection is the only way that we'll know that we are on track and we are taking lessons, we are dropping what we do not need, and we are moving forward with what is needed. So now let's move on to weekly focus. On this page is where I will break everything that I have down in my week 1 goal into steps that I will need to take daily. So to have a video filmed by the end of week 1, I have to edit video topic, come up with title and thumbnail, then write script and outline, then record. So I have that broken down on my focus page. For goal number 2 for the week, I will need to edit lead magnets, concept, and potential audience, then create lead magnet structure, then design the lead magnet. Lastly, for goal number 3, goal for the week is to create module. Right. And the steps will be to define module objective, determine assessment for my students, determine course structure, and also assemble the modules. And at the end of the week, you must do reflections. We must do reflections. I must do reflections. Personally, I do this every week, Sunday evening. This is when I sit down and plan for new week. So when I do my reflections, I'm able to know what will go into the following week with me. So all the items that I have on my weekly focus page becomes what I will do daily. Before I plan my following day, I must do check-in with myself like, okay, what did I do? What will I do the next day? What is blocking me? Do I have any issues so that I can address it immediately? This is the reflection page. You have to ask yourself at the end of every quarter, what went well, what didn't, what did I learn, what needs adjusting? Do I move this goal or postpone it, or do I delete it before you move on to the next quarter? Do not plan all your quarters. No, work one quarter at a time. At the end of every month, you must ask these reflection questions. At the end of every week, you must ask yourself these reflection questions. At the end of every day, you must do daily check ins with yourself. It is very important. This is the structure that will make you stick to achieving your goal this new year, because there is a built-in feedback loop in this system that will keep you going, that will keep you on track. At the end of all of this, you may realize that you need to like create schedules for yourself. I have a video to help you create like a personal productivity system. It's the Google Gemini video on my channel. It is live already. You may want to check that out and you see how I time block all of my activities across every area, every aspect of my life. So you're going to see where I put my deep work section, where all the prioritized goals actually go into. And you see that I also created plans for my family, created plans for finances and all of that on the calendar. Check that out. And if you feel like you may not actually have time to work on all of these goals, I bet you not you're joking. Okay, you are joking. I have a video on time audits where it's going to help you get more hours because you identify your time wasters. So I have a video on that so that you can have time to actually do what you want to do. So please check out that video as well. Let me know what you think about this video. If this video has been of any value to you guys, let me know in the comment section. This is all on Canva, okay? And this template comes in PDF. I'm going to put a link in the description for you where you can download it. And you can also upload it to Canva if you feel like you want to edit some of the things out, okay? But you may encounter some kind of issue doing that, but I can actually provide a template link for you where you are free to edit it anyhow that you want, but only if I get 10 comments. The reason is that I'm currently using the free version of Canva. You literally have to let me know that it's worth it for me to actually pay for the paid version to be able to share the template link with you. Sense. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'm going to see you all in another one. Bye, guys.